Do you live in regret with some of the choices you've made? Do you wish you could go back and change past decisions? Do you think you've missed out on opportunities because you didn't listen to your intuition in the moment? Well, the thing is, there is no wrong choice. Every choice will bring us to exactly where we're supposed to be. If something is meant for us, every choice will still lead back home. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is it. We can spend so much time punishing ourselves, so much time living in regret, thinking we made the wrong decision, thinking how would our life look like if we had made the other decision. Would it look differently? Would I still be where I am now? Would my life be better? Would it be different? Would it be worse? Whatever. We can keep going back around in our heads thinking that we did something wrong. But there is no wrong choice. Like every say redirection. So we have this crossroads. We have this choice to move left or right. We have the choice to take the wrong path or the right path, but there is no wrong path. Because the way I see it is, if we have to go down the wrong path again, we'll call it the wrong path for a minute, we're not really going down the wrong path. We're going down another path that's full of lessons. We only repeat cycles based on what we need to learn. If we don't learn it, and if we keep saying no to the things that we should be saying yes to, we'll just go around and this is it. So you've got these two this Y junction in front of you. Your destination is up here. So when you take the right, say the right decision, as we'll call it, you get there quicker. You get to your destination quicker. But if you take the left turn is just going to bring you all the way back around, right to where you started. So you'll end up getting back eventually to where you're supposed to go, but it's going to just take that little bit longer. And that's it. We think that we've missed this opportunity. We've lost out on something. Why didn't I make this decision in the moment? But this is the thing, if something's meant for you, you're never going to lose it. You're always going to end up there no matter what way you turn. And if it takes a bit longer, it just means that you've got more to learn, but also means that your destination will be better than you imagined. That's the way I see it. It's going to be great anyway. But if we have, the way I see it is if we don't suffer, I guess it sounds weird, but if we don't suffer, we don't get to appreciate things. If we don't learn, we don't get to be our best. I'm not saying that the wrong path is a path of suffering. The wrong path is a path of obstacles and lessons. It's the path of redirection, really. Because I'll give an example. No matter what we do, if we make the wrong choice, we're going to eventually be forced to make the right choice. I call these nudges, where we're getting guidance all the time to make the right choice. I hate saying right and wrong because there is no wrong choice, but you get what I'm saying here. I'm just trying to use this as context. So we make, if we keep avoiding the right choice, as we call it, we're going to eventually be forced to make the right choice. I've called these nudges. The universe would poke you a little bit and just say, here, come on, we have to go this way. Here, we have to go this way. And when you're aware of things, when you're self-aware, when you're aware of your life and your surroundings, you can hear these nudges, and you'll go on to the right track, as we call it. But if you don't hear the nudges, they're going to get louder and louder and louder and louder and louder, and you're on this wrong path, and you're going down the wrong path, and you're not listening to all these red flags, and you're not listening to all the guidance, and literally the shit's going to hit the fan. So, for example, the one that comes to my head is if you this one, it comes up for me a lot when I have to walk away from people. You're going to get these signals to make a choice to better your life, to make a choice to you're being guided to understand that the people or the environment that you're in is no longer serving you. So you're being, you're getting these loud and clear red flags, and you're being told, look, it's time to move on. And your little ego mind comes in and says, no, it's fine, one more time, it's fine, you know what I mean? No, it's grand, I'll go to that party one more time, it'll be fine, and then you go to that party one more time and you end up the shit hitting the fan. There's war, there's violence, there's everything. And I'm just giving this as an example. If you don't walk away from certain situations, the situation is going to turn volatile and it's going to explode in your face. It's that simple. Or you're going to injure yourself, or something really bad is going to go wrong to tell you this shit isn't for you anymore. So then you're redirected. So, but you weren't like when we make those decisions, like the wrong decisions as we call it, if we don't listen to the nudges from the universe, if we make that choice to say, like if I choose, I'm not going to lose these people. I don't want to walk away from these people. I'm not going to go on the right track yet because I think, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I can still do my future with these people in it. But yet it's not going to work that way. So that your choice would be made for you if you don't choose it anyway. But that's just an example of no matter what choice you make, the universe is going to eventually give you the opportunity or the push to make the right choice anyway. So as I said, you're stronger for the lessons as well. And sometimes we need to experience something over and over again, or to experience how volatile it can be in order to actually make that right choice. But it's for growth. Like, I'll give another example. Like, there's different kinds of examples, but like the way I see it is, no matter what, you're always going to get to where you're supposed to be. That dream is still yours. You might go down that wrong path and think, your dream is out of reach, or you missed an opportunity. You never miss an opportunity. For example, if there's a job that you wanted to apply for, or a course that you wanted to apply for, but you made the wrong decision and decided, I hate using the words wrong and right, but you made a different decision and you said, I'm not going to do that this time. And then you didn't do it and you're like, fuck, I should have done that. I regret that. And then you're saying to yourself, maybe it wasn't for me. Then you start to feel failure and you're more hard on yourself. But this is another thing. When you miss an opportunity with a job or a relationship, and then you start punishing yourself saying, I wish I'd have done the things differently. Why didn't this happen for me? Maybe it's not for me. But if you're feeling a regret for something that you really truly wanted to do, this is a wake-up call to make that decision. Hey, I can do something differently next time. I can be more prepared for this course going forward. Or because you might, like, for example, when it comes to a relationship, you mightn't have made the move because you felt that you weren't worthy enough. And then you live in regret thinking you missed an opportunity. That's your clear sign to say, hey, what can I do to change this? You can't go back and change the decision you made, but you can make yourself better or grow and learn and heal so that you can make that move or make that decision in a better mentality, in a better, internal environment. It's the same with a career opportunity or a course opportunity. You know what I mean? You can actually better yourself between now and the next application date. That's the thing. You can instead of sitting there going, I wasn't good enough. Why didn't I do this? It wasn't for me anyway. You can actually turn it around and create better for yourself so that you can actually apply for it in a better mindset and situation. And one of my biggest things that came for me, especially, right? When I was 15 years of age, we were given this list of things, what you could do in college. And I was so excited. I really was. And I went through the list and the only thing that stood out to me was psychology. I was already studying psychology, in my own time because I was suffering from anxiety and depression. I wanted to figure it out. And I was really excited. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do psychology. And one of my friends just mentioned, it costs a lot of money to go to college. And in that split second, I was like, I can't go to college. There's no money, so I can't go to college. I didn't know about grants or anything like that, or scholarships. So I literally just went, so now I can't go to college. I have to just get a job and work work that 9-to-5 bullshit, that system bullshit. And that was it. That was my decision. It was like, that part of my life can't happen. And, I've often looked back and wondered what my life would have looked like if I'd have gone to college, went and done psychology, didn't drink alcohol, didn't live the life I lived. And I can see it. I can actually see it. And the thing is, right, it has come full circle for me. But, I look back now and I'm like, if I hadn't have lived the life I lived, if I'd have went book smart instead of street smarts, would I have lived such a colourful life? And I know I've suffered trauma and all that, but I say just for example, I would have gone to college, didn't drink alcohol, was that good little person who was book smart, met some guy, had the perfect little harmonious marriage and 2.5 nuclear family children bullshit. And it's not bullshit, but went down that route, was in a corner my whole life, asking my patients, how does that make you feel? Energy, getting to this age now and probably having a midlife crisis because I did it the way I was supposed to do it. The way I see it is, would I have been able to live my personality if I'd have went down that route? Or would I have suppressed my weird and quirky side? And the funny thing is, I've come full circle. Like, I'm not necessarily doing psychology now. I have studied psychology throughout the years. But now I'm a life coach, which is similar to being a therapist, but in a way a little bit, I won't say better because they're both really great. But I got to learn more, experience more through my trauma, realize who I was and who I am, living through my true personality. And now I get to share that with people. Now I get to use my wisdom to help others. Like, would it have been the same if I'd just gone the book smarter? Yes, I had history with anxiety and depression, but I didn't have a life lived. So would I have been able to be as good a coach to my clients back then as a psychiatrist? Or am I better now because of the experience I've had? And that's the thing when you think about it. My dream was to go into psychology and to learn about the mind and, mindset, growth, transformation, whatever, helping people. And I'm doing that now. But I went instead of going the college route, the right, we went the left, and it went all the way around, and then it went around again and again and again and again. It took me a long time to get here, but I'm still here. And that's my point. My dream never went away. And, my dream of having the happy ever after, the family, the love and everything, that's coming from me as well. And I'd rather have that now than back then. Because when you get married young, or when you don't know yourself, when you're not and I would have been suppressed. I know for a fact if I'd have gone down that route, Crazy Angela would not exist. And I love Crazy Angela. I love her. Oh my God, she is me. You know what I mean? And that was suppressed through some of my toxic relationships, but she came back. Now I'm thinking, would I have spent 37 years of my life suppressed, thinking I was living a happy ever after, when in actual fact I was literally dying inside, to eventually have that midlife crisis and awakening later in life, and then, then find my true quirky self? It would have been pretty boring. I know I've had trauma and stuff like that, but my God, at least I had fun. You know what I mean? And I'm so grateful to have gained street smarts and learned how to live. Finally, it took me till I was 30 to start doing the healing and discover myself because of toxic relationships or whatever. But literally, I think it was definitely more fun, and it was real. I got to find my authenticity and my true self, so that now that I have the career I want, or, the future relationship coming into my life that I want, I'm ready for it, rather than settling for something that I thought I wanted. So this is another thing, you might think you're making that wrong decision, but you're actually making a really good one. And, you do look back and go, oh, but why did I suffer this way? Why did I have to have this lesson, this obstacle, this, that, the other? It's because it makes you better. It makes you grow. I am a better person because of everything I've been through. And I'm a better person because of the choices I've made. And, when I come back to the other thing about, those choices of cleaning up your environment, walking away from certain people, making decisions for yourself in your life, they're scary. You know what I mean? But I remember when I was less aware and I was in denial, going, it's okay. And this comes to the same as a narcissistic relationship as well. You have that, you're in this energy when you're starting to get your power back. You're in this energy of every time they treat you like shit, you're like, fuck this, I'm not putting up with this again. I'm done, I'm gone. And then they love on you again. Or, it's the same with the friendship side of things. It's like, oh, it's not that bad. These people aren't that bad. They're fine. And then they start talking their negative bullshit again. Or, in a narcissistic relationship, they start abusing you again. And then you're going around again, oh, I need to make the decision. I'm out. I'm done. And then your ego comes back in and says, yeah, but it's comfortable here. It's comfortable under this warm blanket. Let's stay here forever. So we keep getting presented with an opportunity to make a choice, but we still choose the other thing.
But that's just for more growth and more lessons and more strength. You know, and I realize that now. Like, I was in denial, I was making the wrong choice, or the different choice, we call it the different one. And, you know, I was going down this route. But the shit had to hit the fan then for me to realize, okay, I can't keep making the same decision over and over again and getting nowhere, because that's the definition of insanity. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result, that's crazy, man. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you'll eventually be nudged or pushed out of the wrong decision into the right decision. It might take you a bit longer to come back around to the first step. Ready Player One keeps coming into my head. Like, Ready Player One, yes, I'm ready. And then you go down this way again. It's like, no, it's like the checkpoint. That's why that comes into my head. Like, I have this vision, like, you know, this is what we're doing. Like, we're living the game of life. And every time we're at this checkpoint, every time we up level, we get rooted in this checkpoint, this new comfort zone, as we call it. And we're presented with this opportunity, like, which direction to go in. And we go down this way, the left one, not the right one, the left one, and we end up back at the checkpoint. You know, like in any video game, we end up back, when you die, like, you end up back in the checkpoint. So you go down the wrong route, and you end up back at the checkpoint. And you will keep ending up back at the checkpoint until you actually go the right direction. And it's that simple. But at the end of the day, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because no matter what, your destiny, your destined life purpose, your destined relationship, your destined future, you're still going to get it. But just when you're not making the right choice, you're effectively just delaying it. So don't be living in regret and sorrow and, you know, upset with yourself, being resentful towards yourself. You didn't miss an opportunity. The only way we miss something is if we don't try. So if you feel like you didn't succeed at something, if you didn't get a chance to do something, if you're in regret and saying, oh my God, what could I do? What could I have done differently? You can't go back and change it, but you can redirect it or reinvent it or, restructure it. Like, what can you do to make, like, the thing you wanted, you can have that in a better form. So what can you do between now and your next decision to not miss the opportunity next time? To take that chance, to go for what you want. Because we're constantly going to go around in that circle over and over and over and over and over again if we keep making the decision not to choose ourselves or not to choose our path or feel like we're not good enough or feel like we're not worthy. This is all, there's so much to be had in growth. Instead of feeling like shit because you didn't send that message or send that application or send whatever it was, you know what I mean? That's not going to change anything. You're literally still living in the past and you're like, oh my God, I wasn't good enough. Become good enough. You know what I mean? Do it better next time. Don't miss that opportunity next time. And you're never going to miss the opportunity. It will keep coming back around and around and around until you were literally slapped in the face with it and said, like, come on, you want this. It's time to say yes. You know what I mean? So every choice is going to lead you to the right choice because every choice is the right choice. And if it's your destined path, every choice still ends up leading you back to where you want to be. The same for me at 15. I made a choice at 15 years of age to work rather than go to college. And I still ended up in a position where I'm helping people. But now I think I'm able to do it better and more authentically than I would have if I had done it the college way. So, I might look back and think maybe that was the wrong decision, but it wasn't. It was never the wrong decision. And it still brought me back to where I always wanted to be. But now I'm better for it. Because, when you're going to college at 17, 18 anyway, like, you're going down that route of like, I'm going to help people. And then, I'm going to, it's a scary territory when you don't even know yourself. So this is it. Like, if you're gone down that wrong path, it's a path of not just lessons, but you're going to end up finding yourself through the wrong decisions. And I know I don't like calling them wrong decisions, but you get me.
you're going to end up finding more about yourself. You're going to end up finding more to learn about the world, about everything. You're going to become stronger down this wrong route, as we'll call it. And that's the thing, like, so, you know, even if it might take you longer to get back to your checkpoint so that you can actually make the right decision to go to where you need to be, you're going to have experienced so much more. Because life is about the journey. It's not just about the destination. So, you know, don't be regretful for the perceived missed opportunity. Listen to your intuition next time. Use this time, this decision, this redirection, this delay as a time to learn and grow. And know that whatever is for you will never ever pass you by. So if it's your dream, if it's in your heart and soul, then it's going to be yours, no matter what decision you make today. And you always have that choice to come back to it's not a choice. You'll always have that the opportunity to come back to that checkpoint. No matter what decision you make in life, you will always come back to Ready Player One. It's like literally you come back to that start zone and you will have to start again. But every time you go left, as we'll call it, you'll always end up with a better bag of tools, as we'll call it, to go down the right path. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, just the example of climbing a mountain. You know what I mean? We're going down the wrong path for a minute to gather all the tools we need to climb the mountain. Because sometimes if we went this way too quickly, we just wouldn't have the right equipment. So understand that every decision is to gain knowledge, to gain experience, and every decision will lead you back to where you belong, no matter what. The universe will encourage you. The universe will show you a way. The universe will guide you. Your intuition will guide you. And if you're not ready to listen to your intuition yet, you will be put back in that checkpoint position where you will have the opportunity to do it right this time. So thank you so much for listening today. And I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today, and I'd love nothing more than to help you in your path.